I think we're live.
No, I hope so.
And we're back.
Dude, only 20 minutes this time.
Wow.
Instead of 2 hours.
Hey, you know what? It's almost like we know what we're doing again.
We're getting pretty damn good.
Let's leave it open. Just keep an eye on that camera. If you see that goes wild, just let us know.
Alright.
Fuck these cameras, man.
like one of those guys said on a comment, he goes, it looked better with the camera blurred out. It's like, what, you don't want to see my ugly face? I think.
Damn, y'all are mean.
You're the savages, but we can handle it. We're all mechanics here. We can take some shit.
Exactly. We give each other shit all day long.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
If you're back, you must have liked our first episode. In that case, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Mechanic life.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm Jake.
I'm Ronnie.
And yeah. And this week, the topic's going to be is our own vehicles and there's shit wrong with them.
And which is many.
Good God. After the week we've had, man.
Oh, dude, this week has been the worst week for all of my vehicles. I think the only thing that's still together in like one ish piece is the Harley. That's it.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about what happened this week.
Oh, God. Well, it started with me hitting a deer in my one ton. I hit that thing, turbo spooling, headlights on. And like I told my friends on Facebook, I said, "Hey, all you deer hunters, guess what I hit? Yeah, guess what I got? I said no camo, nothing, just hit it."
We got a buddy named Squirrel that lived in Hidden Valley, and
yeah,
and he's like, "Man, you're shooting them out of season." And remember your comment?
Yeah. Oh, what was my comment? Now I think about it.
It's like I slammed it with my truck. It was fully legal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the thing was.
I was sitting at home editing the first video, trying to figure out the audio and everything with it. Next thing you know, look, I'm scrolling through Facebook and oh shit, he hit a deer.
Yeah. Dude, it blew both of the headlights completely out of the truck, and it tore up the grill real good. Tore up the bumper, just smashed it into the passenger side tire. So I got the antlers off of it though. I made that fucker pay.
So, to add insult to injury, that was your only running vehicle at that point.
At the moment, because the Mustang had a pothole and busted wheel. So.
Them damn Fords, man,
yeah.
I tell you what.
Well, you don't know this, but it overheated on me yesterday. Going to work. Yeah.
This is why you never buy a car from a mechanic.
Yeah, don't. Because I don't even want to touch my own stuff.
Exactly. He calls me to work on his shit, and I call him to work on my shit.
Yeah, I'd rather work on his shit than my own shit.
But you got it made, though. My main issue I got going on right now is a freaking Honda. So it was my wife's, first car. She got it back in high school, and last year broke a timing belt. Finally forced her to get a new car. Thank the Lord.
Yes.
Dude,
she refused for years.
Yes.
God.
We were so close at one point to replacing it. I was so happy. It's like, yes, we can get rid of this thing. And then
ticking time bomb.
Freaking, it fell through. So she drove it another 2 years, and finally last year the timing belt snapped, bent the valves in it.
Yeah.
Had KS racing engines. Did the cylinder head for me. It came out great. It runs awesome. New timing belt, back together.
Yeah.
And that thing's been kicking. But here lately though. Before this all happened, though, we were put 2 power steering pumps on, and they still leaked.
Jesus.
After it blew up, I just, I threw it in the backyard. I was like, man, forget about this car. Get around to it next year or two. Well, I sold my car last year, my Honda, so I had to get it fixed to drive it.
Yeah.
And it snowballed. This should have been last week. It snowballed from a cylinder head and timing belt all the way up to tires, brakes, brake lines. And I finally got that damn thing going middle of winter, and it's like, man, I could really use some power steering. So I finally put a power steering belt back on this thing, and still leak. And I was going through a quart every 2 days.
Dude.
And I was so freaking aggravated with this thing. I finally said, hell with it, took the belt back off. I bought my new car, which my Toyota now.
Yeah.
Greatest decision I've ever made with cars.
That's what I need to do. I need to sell
all
my junk.
Daily.
I need to sell all my junk and just buy one nice little car.
But that freaking car, it's now sat for about a year.
Yeah.
Her parents drive it off and on when they're up here, and she drives it, or we use it as a backup car. And man, I drove it the other day to work, and dude, it left a puddle this big after an hour. The valve cover gasket's leaking on it now, so I'm over it.
Yeah.
I look at that and I was like, man, all you gotta do is just, run a thread chaser through, retap the holes, and we'd be good to go. But man, I'm just not feeling it.
I'm the same way. Well, the red Power Stroke I own, I started pulling the injectors on that because it's been smoking and
Yeah,
missing. And but
Me and him went through a whole thing when he first bought that truck.
Oh.
I had that really weird thing. He had it towed to my house, and I kept digging and digging and digging. Finally, we came across it. It was a bad O-ring, but
yeah. So anyways, it's already done 2 times. So I thought I did it a 3rd time, which it kind of did. So I pulled that injector out, and I've put a new crush washer, crush washer.
the copper O-ring, yeah.
And then I put new O-rings on, rubber O-rings, and I turned. This is where you're gonna laugh later, so pay attention. I turned it over, blew the oil out.
Yeah.
I put my stuff all back together, 2 bolts over the valve cover gas, and I'll make it rain inside the shop. And
you see, you did more than I would. I would have just slapped the valve cover on, hit my starter button, and hope for the best.
And good luck, world. So I turned this thing on, and it's running a little better, but no, it was like, well, I'll go ahead and just check all the other injectors. So I did them one at a time. This is where you're gonna laugh, and everyone else might laugh. You know what I'm talking about? A 7.396. So I thought I can just pull the injectors out real quick, check it, and shove it back in, right?
Oh God, here we go.
Because I could not find my 10 millimeter long deep well. Swear to God, I couldn't find it, so I couldn't pull the.
Hey, Craftsman, can we hook him up?
Yeah, come on, guys. And I could not find it, and I was like, well, that should be fine. So I shove it back in there like, real quick. I pull the other 2 on that side real quick, check it, nothing's fine. Drop them in there, and I was like, not too much oil got in there, so I did it pretty quick. I went to go crank it. I was like, I was like, cut. I was like, fuck. So you know what I did? I said, F it. Rolled the garage doors open, pushed it out of the garage, down over the hill. Swear to God, left it. I'm done.
You gotta be kidding me.
Nope.
You really didn't just pull the glove plugs out and hit it?
I didn't have a socket. I didn't feel like going. I was tired of driving.
I get it.
When you take a trip to AutoZone 3 times in like 5 hours, you don't want to go back.
We've all had those days.
And then I'm not even that far. I'm like 5 minutes from the nearest auto parts store, and I was just like, man, I'm done. Like, I am just done.
Yeah,
but that truck, because that truck's been nothing but problems since I bought it.
I remember the whole day. When you bought that truck, someone put tires on it, and they were wearing so bad on the outside. The front end on this thing was so wasted. Like, as soon as I jacked it up, you watch the tire, like the tire was going up, came up off the ground. Next thing you hear, ting, the fucking lower ball joint is so wasted in this truck. It just
smashed.
Yeah, he had to leave the truck down there. I had to rip it apart, put a whole front end under it.
Like, hey, Jake.
Hey, buddy, can you do this?
Remember who I am?
Yeah, you remember we went to high school together.
Yeah, we went to high school together, man. You're gonna look a friend up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a diesel mechanic now, man.
Sat down at my house for 2 weeks getting around to it.
Yeah, I figured it's longer than that. Oh, man,
I remember you just put the flatbed on it, and I had to rip it off with the tractor.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised that little tractor lifted that flatbed because it lifted.
Hey, my John Deere GT 275 garden tractor will do a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot better than that big Ford I got, New Holland. Yeah, dude, the damn thing got rolled over on the side.
New Holland?
Dude, Magina.
Oh,
not really mine.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Anyways,
That's
so that's where I'm at with that truck. And I had it's bad because I had a guy wanting to buy it the way it was.
Really?
Well,
I didn't realize it was for sale.
He's want to do some trading.
Oh.
For a 77 F-150 with a 460.
Dude, that'd be right up your alley.
4-speed?
4-speed.
It's a manual. There's a manual 360. His one
360 or 460?
It has the big V8, 70s, big V8. Anyways, I wanted it, but it's this long story. He didn't have a title, and he didn't tell me that until right to the point. And I was like, hey, man, that's kind of that's something you mentioned before you waste my time.
Look, I don't mind driving out here.
Freaking selling shit. Just be honest and straightforward. Do not make me drive 3 hours.
Exactly.
Dude, I've driven hours to go see something. To get there is not what they said it was. Okay, I wish they would murder people.
I am so...
We're off topic. Gosh, my bad.
One more thing on that. So, me and my lovely wife, there's been a few times... It got to be so bad we made a rule. I never go north for looking at a car or truck anymore. I will not go north. Everything has to be south, east, or west. It cannot be north. Two parts of the story. We went to go look at a Ford Focus. He said he was right off Interstate 74. Well, stupid me, I didn't realize 74 ran all the way to Illinois. Yeah, so next thing you know, we're like, you could throw a brick into Illinois, and It was a Ford Focus. He said he just lost the keys for it. When I get up there, not only does he have no keys, the thing is totally ripped apart. He's put a different PCM in it. The thing is just a pile of shit. It's got 4 flat tires. And I just hauled my truck, my trailer, my wife and my dad up there to help me push this thing on the trailer, and the guy still wants $1,000 for it. So, I mean, it was a day wasted. But you know what? No big deal. You know, it's better to come home with an empty trailer than a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then I should have learned that sooner.
Yes, that is
If I would have learned that sooner, just to say, no.
Just think.
No, I want it really bad. Yeah, I'll get it run one day. But, dude, most of the projects shit I bought, whew.
Well, there's another one. You know, there's that Ford Fusion I was looking at. It was last year. I had my Ford Excursion, my 8.5 by 20 enclosed. We went up to Indianapolis. Like, this dude was in legit downtown Indianapolis.
Oh.
We got to look at this thing. He wanted $1,200 for it. It was a 2010 V6 flex fuel. Exactly what I was looking for. And it was black. You can't get much better than a black car. Anywho, get up there, dude. This thing, in the pictures, it looked awesome. Get up there. This thing is totally beat to shit. It's been totaled. Like, you look underneath the rear bumper, and it's like caved in this far where the spare tire is. The guy put a bumper on it, and then basically listed it for sale.
Yeah.
You know, it had no power steering. You know, I knew that going in. I didn't know this thing was a crashed car.
Right.
But anyway, where I pulled in though, it was so difficult getting out. There was a parking lot, an alley, and then the police station was here and a road here. When I go turning out of there, I went across the street and I had to go onto the curb to swing wide enough, and my trailer still missed the pole by that much.
Jeez.
So after that day, me and my wife said, we are never going north for a car again. Never. You know, I don't care how far south, east, west, I gotta go. I am not going north anymore. Every time it's a waste of my time.
Yep. I've had them.
Yeah.
I can tell you one, the last trip I went on to go look at our cars with Travis Mahan. Sorry, Travis.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I'm changing names here. That guy doesn't exist.
Yeah. Don't search
dude,
Facebook.
he called me up, and dude, I haven't helped my buddy. I haven't helped him on something for him, and shit, he never calls for help.
I was gonna say, last time I saw him was 4 years ago when he needed help with the 7.3.
Yeah, he doesn't call. He doesn't bother. He's a good friend. He does not bother unless he needs help or something's going on. That's the people I love that.
Yeah.
So anyways, he called me up and I had a busy day, and he goes, "Hey man, he's really excited about this. It's an F-150 '87."
Oh, good.
And he's like, "Dude, I found this truck the other day, and I want to go look at it real bad, but I need someone to go up there with me to bring it back." I was like, "Well, I guess I can." So we drive up there, and he's telling me all about this truck. I said, "Yeah, dude says it runs and drives, but it doesn't have a fuel tank, but it has a gas tank that runs it."
They're going full roadkill.
Yeah, it's real redneck-ish. Oh, this is where I get to the point of, if you're selling something, be very clear. So we get to the dude's house, truck's not there. Dude informs us, I don't have my truck here, it's at my buddy's house, I was letting him use it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go to where his house, the truck was at his friend's house. We drove 15 minutes back the way we came to the other side of town. It might have been 20 minutes. It was a while. And so we get to this freaking truck, and it's in the halfway in the woods in this middle of this field. Like a football field from this trailer.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this ain't good. Like, this ain't good. Like, that's a red flag. Oh, another red flag. No offense, but this is mine personally. I will never buy anything out of a trailer park because I've had nothing but problems.
You know,
And not even I'm talking nice trailer parks down to it's just like, what? Well, anyways, I'm sorry. Back to my story.
Yeah.
So we get out, look at the truck. Doesn't have a battery.
Of course. You get those people that go, man, that battery, my 65 series battery, that's out of my F-250, it fits in that Fusion.
Right.
Sir, no it does not.
No.
It will not physically fit. So don't tell me you took your Ford Fusion battery and put it in your Super Duty.
No.
Okay, sorry.
So, no, you're good. No, you're good. Interrupt me.
Keep them off battery!
Yes. Oh, that was the thing. So, battery's gone.
Yeah.
All right. And then something else was gone, like the ignition or something like that. It was gone.
This thing's stolen.
So this guy's like, yeah, man, like I gave it to my buddy for him to use, and he was supposed to fix all these problems, but I guess he didn't. We can still like jump it though. And I was just like, I told my buddy, I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah. So then he goes, where's the fuel tank at? Like they're supposed to be strapped in there.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, his buddy took that too. And then all those tires were supposed to be new. One tire was a donut or something, and it was a used tire. And he goes, oh, I had all 4 new tires put on this truck. They weren't even new. Like they were at least maybe 2 years old or a year old. But it's just like, so you get back in the truck, dude felt bad. Oh, he didn't have the title either. He forgot where the title was at. I was like, dude, we drove near Cincinnati all the way up past Indianapolis and back down the other way near Bloomington, Indiana. I
was just there over the summer.
I was just like, I could have killed the guy. So now I'm out, fuel and shit, 34 hours of my time.
On the plus note though, you got a real scenic drive back if you didn't take the interstate.
Exactly, yeah. No, I think we cut through
Greensburg.
all the way through Greensburg, yeah.
Well,
Jesus.
it's actually 5 minutes quicker. Believe it or not.
That's the way I get it.
I don't know why we're getting on this far.
Yeah,
Man, we went like, here's the topic, and we went.
Oh, dude, yeah, we're not million over here. But maybe dude, I got so many stories. I can tell you about the time we got shot at. Me and who was with me?
Don't mention
Anthony.
Hey!
Fuck Anthony.
God damn it, dude,
Don't look him up either.
We're gonna get shut down.
Yeah. All our friends will be suing us because they keep
Yeah,
mentioning
they're gonna
their names.
say, God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
we gotta make
so-
a point. No more last names.
All right, I'm gonna try my
Or
best.
first names, allegedly.
Yeah, but we know so many of those same people. I have to say, so you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a lot
so
of them, they're basically our only listeners.
yeah, oh yeah, they're gonna be here. They're like, oh dude, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah.
All right, so story time. I got this boat from a dude in Cincinnati. I traded something for it. Remember that? What was it? It don't matter. I forgot what it was.
I don't even knew you. I never knew you bought a boat.
Yeah, I had a boat for a minute.
Oh wow.
For a minute.
Like 1 minute.
No, it was like a week. Anyway, so I got this boat. Anyways, this boat was just, I don't know, nothing. Like it's all jacked up. So I got a deal on it though. Pretty much I got in halfway in a trade with a lot of cash. But what I was trading him, I had less cash in it. So I really made out. I made money and I got a boat. So
Buy a boat.
you got me a boat. Anyways, I was hauling it with my.
Is that a shrimp boat?
Yeah, it was a bass boat. So I meet this guy. He hit me up and says, "Hey man, I got this Dodge Durango." And the old guy, he kept saying, "Dude, that thing will burn the tires off. It'll burn the tires off." Like just would not stop saying how much it burned. And now I'm losing interest at this point. But it's the only person who's interested in this freaking boat. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm on my way. So I'm driving through the countryside of Ohio on the other side of Cincinnati, Batavia,
Yeah.
and
Batavia.
Batavia. So.
It's not
And we're going down
swearing
this
that.
long dead end road, and all I've seen is boats and boats and boats. I'm like, what the hell?
Those guys kind of
So
weird.
I pull up to a trailer park, and we pull in. It's a dead end road, and I see this Dodge Durango. This thing was swiped all the way down the side from a telephone pole. Dude didn't mention it. Dude didn't take a picture of that side. He took a picture of all the other sides,
Yeah.
not that side. So I just told him, I was like, man, I'm not really interested. Like, I'm good. And then he goes, well, let me look at your boat real quick. So he's looking at Tinker. He really wants the boat. He goes, we want a Chevy S10? And I was like, yeah, maybe it's just like yours except blue. The black one you had.
I miss that.
So,
I'm going
so
to
I was
post
like-
the VIN number, see if anyone's got it.
yeah, you gotta find that truck. I think it has so many memories.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, yeah, man, like, where's this Ranger? He goes, well, my grandson's got it. I'll have him bring it up here. So he's just down the road. So he shows up. The engine's knocking. Like, I was like, hey, man, like, I think that thing needs an engine. No, that thing always sound like, they don't need an engine. It sound like that since we've had it. It's a good truck. No, man. No, I'm good.
That's a file.
So then he goes, well, you guys like guns? I was like, yeah, I like guns. I just got.
I couldn't tell because your
Oh,
t-shirt
dude,
has guns
I know.
on it. Yeah.
America. Anyways, so he's like, well, come in my trailer. I'll show you some guns I got. All the guns he had that were nice. He's no, you can't have that gun. You can't have that gun. He wanted to give me like this junk 12 gauge, had 20 gauge, like a single shot 22, nothing of worth of value. And I was like, yeah, man, like we're good. We're just gonna go. Me and Anthony was trying to go for the past half an hour. This guy was just going. So me, Anthony, get in the truck, getting back into my Jeep, trailer a tow, and we pull out. We get ready to leave, and this dude's son, the grandson, comes over, leans over the hood of the truck, and starts blasting holes into the mailbox across the street. Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. And this entire time, I had my Smith & Wesson 40, and I was just like, I got to reach. I saw him coming, but I didn't see the gun. And then I thought he was gonna check his mailbox, but he ends up shooting the freaking mailbox. So I was kind of like, what the heck? And then he's just like, boom, on the hood, go, 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 just dumping the magazine. And I was just kind of like, I gotta know if I probably can't see my house. Just kind of like, should I shoot? Like, what the, what's going on?
Yeah.
So finally he goes, you sure don't want no guns here? I was like, no, we're good. Went down to the end of the road, did like a 9-point turn trying to get this trailer and everything turned around, and had to drive back past the guy. He's just like, I'm just like, dude, screw that. I'm never doing that.
It ain't worth it. That's why every time I sell a vehicle, they gotta come to me or meet me at where it's financed.
Halfway. I don't want to go to their house.
Yeah.
Unless it's some crazy good deal, like lots of. Now I'm very clear. I am very clear when I talk to these people. I'll ask some questions through text, and sometimes like, all right, which phone I want to talk to you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would be very clear with them.
Dude, we gotta get back on topic, man. We really strayed off.
No, we didn't. We're still on topic.
Are we?
Yeah. We're still on topic. We're still talking about main topic. The one we're supposed to be talking about.
Yeah.
I veered off on the crazy
I know,
crap
okay, don't fuck it.
I don't care.
Yeah, let's go.
No, it's good enough. Dude, I got many. You can tell one. I have so many.
I don't remember the last time I really had a fricked up
I got
story.
a story to take care
You know what?
of.
I got one about selling. Back. I can't remember which truck it was.
For people in the audio.
Yeah, just the audio.
Mm-hmm.
The video people are at least enjoying.
Oh,
They're seeing
yeah.
that you're enjoying that cold Bud Light.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Tastes so great.
Man, I'll tell you, and just trying to sell a vehicle on Marketplace anymore, dude, that is the worst.
Is it still available?
Is this available?
Yes.
It got to the point. And I'll tell you what, I made my biggest screw up ever selling on Marketplace.
Really?
It was my Ford Focus ST I had. It was my rebound car after my wreck.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
Dude, that was the worst freaking financial decision I've ever made. That thing was a pile. Anywho, I bought this car out of Tennessee, and it had the ST3 package. Anyone who knows about the Ford Focus ST, it's got the Recaro leather seats in it.
Yeah.
For a fat person as myself, you do not fit in this car good. So this was a super uncomfortable ride. Halfway through, I'm wondering to myself, man, did I just screw up? Yeah, I screwed up. Anyway, fast forward 2 years later, I'm going to go sell the car. Just put tires, brakes, full service on it.
Clean.
That was a fun car. Don't get me wrong. Not a comfortable car. I'm sitting on this thing. The Focus RS was released. Tanked the value of the STs and got this thing for sale. I think for $10,500. Payoff on it is $10,500. And this kid out of
he was in
Chicago.
Oh yeah.
He's out of Chicago. He's a YouTuber. He messaged me on there. He's like, man, would you take $7,600 for it? I'm just so frustrated with the low ball offers because when you say, yeah, sure, come get it, you never hear from them again.
Yep.
So I said that. I was like, yeah, sure, come get it. It's like, hold on, let me see if I can get the money together. Did not hear a word back for 3 weeks. On that, it was like right at the 3-week mark. He texted me back, man, I can only come up with $7,400. And I was like, are you being serious right now? So I gave him my phone number. We talked on the phone. And I was like, look, man, I've had so many of them lowball offers. I just told everyone to come and get it. I really didn't think you were going to reply to me again.
Yeah, I've had that.
And he's like, so, you really don't want to sell it? And I was like, look, I tell you what, I'll pay the remainder of the car off, but you have to come get it, from me.
Yeah.
And he's like, deal. And I was like, he wants to do it on a Saturday. Well, the place I had to finance you there closed up Friday at 6.
Yeah.
The kid wires the money sight unseen, pays his portion of the car, and dude, right at 6 o'clock, the credit union calls me, hey, title's here and ready, just come pick it up. Met him at the credit union, gave me the title. He texted me and he's like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to make it tonight. Hey, if I paid you a couple $100, will you meet me halfway?
You delivered.
And I was supposed to be meeting him in Indianapolis. No, that's not the halfway mark, but so be it.
Oh yeah.
So anywho, I get to Indianapolis. My buddy Eric's with me, and we're sitting in the parking lot where we're supposed to be meeting. He calls me, dude. I'm broke down. I ain't changing. Come to Illinois. I was like, I tell you what. I was at Danville earlier this year. I'll meet you in Danville, Illinois.
Yeah.
Another 2.5 hours from Indy. So there we are. We're trucking it all the way up there. We meet him in Danville. He backs it off the trailer. Dude, he loves this car.
Oh, yeah.
The truck he's in now, it has no truck lights and it has no trailer lights, no headlights, and it's getting dark.
Oh.
So here we are. We're trying to load his car onto this junk trailer. The ramps are like this,
Oh,
so the
man.
car's bottoming out trying to
Yeah.
get it on. So we gotta find shit to stack under the rear tires of the truck, get like this, and we finally get the car on the trailer.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like 9 o'clock at night. Me and Eric, we're running 110 back down 74 in my 03, and things just it's so the truck.
Was that Becky?
No, that was
Susan
Roxy. That was
Roxy.
Roxy.
Oh,
I named that truck Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
I named my vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Suzanne was beautiful.
Susan.
Susan.
Damn it, Susan.
Ah.
Yeah. Anywho. But yeah. Yeah, we got back about 1:30 in the morning. Worst mistake I've ever made was to reply like that on Marketplace. But dude, I refuse to sell anything on Marketplace. Everything is Auto Trader from this point on.
No,
I've had really, dude. It costs money to sell, but you don't get the bullshit.
Huh. Damn, I never had used it. I'll tell you a good one. Same example. Remember when I had that boneyard full of those 1970s highboys? I rolled the one truck, so I bought two others.
I remember this. Yeah,
Right.
it's down on Georgetown. You rolled it. Right?
Yep.
I remember that.
So I bought two other trucks
Fuck
just
did
like
you
it.
do? Yeah. Oh yeah, the brakes failed, right?
No, the steering shaft came out from the steering
Dude, how
box.
scary was that?
Yeah, it was a run. No seatbelts. That's how I got that scar. It don't look that bad now, but
Yeah, I was gonna say,
anyway,
it
all right.
used to look a lot
So
worse.
that's another story on wrecking vehicles. But I'll tell you this deal, same
I'm
thing
gonna
what you
write that
did.
down.
So, yeah, definitely don't. That's a good story.
Yeah, we gotta add that to our
That's
list.
a good story. All right, so here we go. I had it online. I was selling all three because I was gonna fix the truck I rolled, but then found out that the cab didn't even match the frame, and the back section of the frame was to a totally different truck. I didn't notice any of this.
Don't you love that patch together
Oh,
shit?
well, I got it so cheap I didn't care. It was like trash, but it ran and drove, and I was like, oh, it's really cool. I'll just fix it up and, whatever. Anyway, so roll truck, buy two more just like it to fix truck one. Then truck one turns out to be all jacked up because I didn't have a title. I didn't even have it for, 24 hours?
Truck one?
Yeah, truck one.
Yeah, you did. You had that thing. It was 3 days. It was on your third day.
Okay.
Because remember, you bought that for your concrete business.
Yeah, it's for sure.
That'd be badass.
This truck was clean. So, anyways, bought the other two trucks. First truck was jacked, like the title's all messed up. So I was like, well, I'll fix truck one. So I started truck two.
Yeah.
Started doing that, lost interest, something happened. Oh, divorce. Divorce one happened. So
no, we're not getting into that.
No, that's a rabbit
No,
hole.
we're getting
Wrong
stay out of that.
podcast. Wrong
Avoid.
podcast.
Avoid.
So I was like, well, I knew it was coming, so I was like, I'm gonna get rid of this junk. So I think I said $1,200 for everything or something, and I had
It was a
lot-
good deal for all three.
Yeah, it was because the truck one still ran and drove, just
Yeah.
crushed cab and dog, whatever. So
We'll put a picture in
Yeah.
for the YouTube watchers.
oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I'm
that'd
gonna-
be great.
Yeah, I bought some editing software, so we're gonna add some visuals to this stuff
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, some
Yeah.
pop-ups. All right, well, not pop-ups.
right here.
Yeah, just like right in my face.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
put it over your face now.
You should. Just because I'm so ugly, just kind of help the camera a little bit. All right,
We'll
so
blur it out. Every time that person comments on there, it was better blurred. We're just gonna put a picture of the wrecked truck.
yeah. There we go. So I listed online, $1,200 for everything, and like I said, lots of just it was still available, and then no shows.
Yeah.
I told a few people, dude, give me $300, just get it out of here. I don't even care at this point. So much of my time is wasted. Anyways, this young kid hits me up. He goes, hey man, I'm really interested in your truck. And we're talking for a minute. He said, I want to come see us. I said, okay. He came down with his dad, and then they're looking at truck one. Truck 2 and 3's at my other house. Well, because it's over at the barn. Yeah, okay. So,
I got it.
well, they don't, but whatever.
We don't need to get into it.
Yeah.
No one needs to know logistics of anything.
So, they're there just to see truck one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mentioned I have two other trucks like it. And they're like, well, how much you want for those? I was like, well, I'm asking this much. And I didn't think they were going to buy any of it. So I was like, I'll tell you what, dude, if you take this crap right now, $400 right now. He goes, really? I was like, yeah. Give me $400 and have everything. And he goes, all right. Well, let's go see the other two trucks. I'm like, all right. So we drive to my other house. Look at those. And he's like, yeah, we'll take them. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, well, just give me the cash when you come back. I didn't think whatever. They came back. They brought a gooseneck trailer and they fit 3 trucks on it.
Holy crap.
Wait, no, I lied.
I was going to say, there's
They
no
fit
way.
2 trucks on it. and barely fit the two.
Unless they were pulling some whistle and diesel stuff where they had the truck sitting up.
No,
like
they
this
didn't.
and-
No, they didn't. But it was close.
Yeah.
It was rough. They did have like an extra cab and like the back of the other frame was like it was a mess. But they got them on there. Some farm boys. And a nice truck.
You
too.
never doubt them farm
Oh,
boys.
it was
tell
a
you
nice
what.
truck. And the trailer is like fully hydraulic. It's always
Oh man, that's a $20,000
it
trailer.
had to been. It was nice. The freaking dovetail on it would drop down. You like drop it completely down, and then
Yeah,
they
cool.
sat a truck on that. They lifted it up and then rolled it forward to the rest of the front, left it back down, picked up the other truck, and lifted it up, and that was it. And it made it on the trailer by like that much. The back tire was like that far from the lip of the trailer.
Dude, that's sketchy.
And there's like, yeah, they took the winch and ran it underneath the first truck, and then all the way to the second
You ever-
truck.
You ever see the picture of the time we took 3 razors on a gooseneck?
Oh, maybe.
I'll post a
Maybe.
picture up on it on there. I'll show
Yeah.
you after the podcast.
I wanna see
Dude,
that.
It was sketchy. I was worried the whole way down. I'm falling in my little scion behind him, and
Yeah.
it was like, dude, fall off the trailer. Fall off the trailer.
Yeah,
insurance
insurance,
claim. Fall off the trailer.
insurance.
Man, people are blowing up stuff right
Well, I'm
now.
getting famous over here too. My elbow keeps vibrating.
Okay,
You want to go back to the main topic?
Yeah.
All right. What was our main topic?
I don't remember.
Oh,
our vehicles and the shit
breaking
wrong
down.
with them.
Jesus Christ.
And we got way off topic for a half hour
did.
now.
Well, that's been half an hour?
Yeah, it's been
Oh,
a
wow.
half hour.
All right. Let's keep going.
Holy crap. We're going to beat our previous podcast.
Oh, dude, we're gonna nail it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. And that's my daughter watching something up there. Probably dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you let's hear one of yours. I want to hear your best breakdown.
My best break. Actually, you know what? We'll move on to the Facebook questions because this will kind of relate to it.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Now,
Let's do it.
You commented on there, or my buddy Scott, known him for a good long while now.
Mhm.
So, my most famous truck I've had was Susan. It was a 06 F-250 extended cab long bed truck.
Mhm.
Picture here of when I bought it.
Yeah.
Picture now of after bed number 1. And then there'll be another
The bed
picture
launch.
when the truck went blue.
Mm.
And that's a whole another story, and I'm not going to
Dude,
get
that's
into
a
it.
deep rabbit hole.
That's bad. You know, there's some people in there
Just
that
a
shouldn't
dance.
have gotten involved with that, and I'm
Mhm.
not getting into it. I'm thankful they tried to help, but it could have been better. Anywho, moving on.
Yeah.
My worst breakdown on that, Scott commented on there, asking what was the worst breakdown in Susan. There's actually 2. I'm going to tell you both. First one, truck was still maroon. I just put the 20s on it. It was me, my buddy John. I can't remember. We had someone else going with us down to the farm that day. Anyway, we're running on State Route 101
Yeah.
out of Milan, heading toward US 50. And anyone who knows this road, there's a long straightaway heading to US 50.
Mhm.
We're coming out of that corner. I'm probably doing 80 mile an hour in this truck. No, I had the 37s on it. The wheels were still chrome. Coming out of that corner, we're probably doing 80 miles an hour, and I just lay into the throttle. You know, the thing bears the speedometer. It's over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the thing goes to shift. And next thing you know, the thing's bouncing off the road limiter because I haven't taken my foot off the throttle yet.
Yeah.
And it just shuts off.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh shit. You know, my heart just sunk. I have so much speed going. I coached this truck for a good mile and a half. Got to this poor guy's barn. I am sitting there, flashers on.
Yeah.
First thing I do, I try to hit the key, and it's just grinding. And I was like, oh, this can't be good.
Nope.
This can't be good. This 6-liter grinding.
Yeah.
Anywho, I get my wife, girlfriend at the time, she's not my wife. I tell her, I crawl underneath the truck, and I tell her, hit the key, and I can hear it up there. Something just don't sound right. It's got no compression. Put my finger in a 5R110, it's got a relief hole like this, where you can get access to the torque converter nuts. I
Yeah.
put my fingers up in there, and I can twist that foot plate.
Oh.
And I'm like, either I broke something I shouldn't have,
Ah.
or we just broke the flex plate.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is John's most proud moment. I will post a picture if I can find it. He is so happy. His Dodge with the tow mirrors flipped
Oh
out.
no.
He used to put on Instagram, tow mirrors up for the haters. Anyway, this photo still haunts me to this day. He will not let me live this down.
Yeah.
He got to use his Dodge, his 98, and had a Cummins in it. As he claims the intercooler boot was blown off, I call BS on that. There's no way a stinking Dodge could pull anything with that. Anywho, moving on.
Yeah.
He gets to pull me from there to our farm. It's a good, 5-6 miles. I got no power steering, with a diesel engine off, I got no power steering. The brakes totally suck.
Yeah.
We are pushing people off the road. He's out in front with the tow strap. Move!
Really?
Waving these people. These people are getting in the ditch. We're running all the stop signs.
What?
Shit, we get to the farm and dude, he stops in the worst spot for my truck. I didn't think anything of it then, but he puts me right underneath the power lines and all the bird shit on it. We went to go get it.
Oh man.
Anywho, then he gets to drive us home. He's grinning ear to ear. He's like, "Yeah, Dodge is finally gonna prove a point."
See, I didn't know John when he had his Dodge.
Anywho,
Ford man now.
I called AAA. I told AAA my truck wouldn't start.
Yeah, well.
Sorry, AAA.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll probably bleep that out.
No, that's pretty true. I mean, still.
Anyway, we get into a family member's shop, and just had transmission work done on this truck, and they didn't want me touching it. So I decided I'm just going to pull the motor out of it. I don't touch the transmission. They can't bitch. Get it out. The flex plate push through, and at the time I didn't tell any of my friends, but that's from crank walk. Basically, the motor's starting to go bad in it. Anywho, we put a flex plate in it while it's out. Decide I'm going to do head gaskets real quick. And this is funny. I got many people. Chris was over there that day. His wife Ashley, John was over there.
Yeah.
I started taking the impact. I impacted all the way down to get the heads off. Take the Scotch-Brite disc, clean everything up. Just trying to do it real quick.
Yeah.
New head gaskets on it. Impact them down a little bit, and then do the final torque on them.
Yeah.
I get this thing all back together. Can't get anything to line, or can't get the torque converter to seat.
Oh.
So when the flex plate pushed through, the torque converter slid forward, and the input shaft got twisted somehow in it. So it ate up the drum inside the transmission. So I had to pull the tranny out, send it back down to the tranny shop, and they had to fix it again. It cost me more money there. What else did it do? Basically, it was a rolling chassis at that point. There was no engine, no tranny, no transfer case, no drive shafts. It was just 2 axles and a body at this point. Anywho, I get this thing, finally I get the engine put in it. I get the tranny back, get it all put together, go to fire this thing up.
Yeah.
Ran great. Blew the head gaskets 4 days later because I just cheated myself out of doing that. I didn't do it right, and I was just, in a hurry. And then, that truck, it ran good till the injector issue out of it. Popped the heads of the injectors off. Don't know why to this day.
No.
But then the other story I have on the worst part of season, it was right when I was getting ready to start at Rush Truck Center in Cincinnati. So actually, it was that day I was getting ready to take my toolbox out there. Dad's trailer was in the backyard, so I put the truck in 4-wheel drive, go in the backyard, it was a little wet.
Yeah.
I'm coming back up the back hill. I know you're knowing what I'm talking about. Coming back out.
Oh, yeah.
And I goosed the throttle a little bit. Next thing you know, I hear, "Will you BAM!"
What?
Dude, it was bad.
Was it?
I stopped right there because I was like, oh shit, what just happened? Truck died. I'm like, son of a bitch. Crawl underneath. There's my drive shaft hanging down. The front drive shaft, not the rear. The front drive shaft is just. It broke my transfer case. I broke the front drive shaft, and it got into the fuel lines. That was an insurance claim. I think it ended up being close to $3,400 for repairs on that.
How did the insurance pay for that?
Vandalism.
Oh.
So what happened was, I cannot prove it to this day. I don't know who, what, why.
Yeah.
Someone loosened the front drive shaft bolts at the transfer case. And you can see, because 3 were missing, the one was in by 2 threads.
Oh.
When I did the work on this, I Loctited all that shit in. You can see the Loctite.
Yeah.
You can see the wrench marks.
Yeah.
Someone vandalized my truck, and they got me good.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I was without that truck for 2 weeks. Ford did the repairs on it. They did a good job with it and all.
Yeah.
But between those two, those were the worst 2 of the season. Dude, that truck, if I had that truck today, I'd be bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
But it would be a badass truck.
Yeah. I think that's where my Mustang's at. It's like, oh, God, trucks. I got cheap, and now I know why. Yeah. Well, I knew it had problems when I bought it. I think my best breakdown moment was the best when I was living with Matt and Gina. I had bought me I traded. This is back when I was trading heavy in high school. Like I had a car for
I remember this.
Dude, I'd have a car for 96 hours and I'd clean it up and trade it or sell it. Like I was hustling cars hard.
Yeah, you should have got rid of that F-150 with the straight six in it.
Oh, yeah, the manual.
Dude,
That's the truck I want to talk about.
Yeah.
My best story. Now I think this is my first oh shit moment. I fucked up. For some reason I wasn't at school or somehow I was going from North Dearborn and then you stop at your four-way right before Logan.
I think I remember this.
This
You called
story?
me on this.
Anyway, so the buses are coming around stopping at the four-way and there's buses going, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I'm going to do a burnout in this truck. I'm just going to like blow them off. So it's my turn to go. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it goes, go. And it stops.
I remember
Yes.
this.
I was in the middle of the four-way. This isn't a big four-way. This is a small four-way.
Yeah.
This is countryside, Bryan, Indiana four-way.
It's got the flashing light, with the stop sign.
Yeah.
It's just one flashing light.
That's all you get. So the truck shut off. I'm cranking. It's cranking, but it's not doing anything. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, and like buses, like they can't go anywhere.
This
So
is when I start getting blown up. Jake, my truck won't start.
So I put it in neutral. I was able to roll it back a little bit, like back to the stop sign
And
line.
you're putting it off into the ditch at this point.
No, it's still in the road.
No.
I put it in gear and got out of the truck and started walking down the road. I don't remember that road. If you turn right
Oh, wait.
towards your old house.
Yeah,
West Hill Road. And I said, F that truck. I'm out because people I knew are on these buses laughing at me when they drive past. So I'm walking away from this truck. I made it. I kid you not. 150 feet down the street. Here comes my foster dad, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees me. He's just like, what are you doing? I was just like, oh, my truck broke down back there. And he's like broke down. Like, he's just like confused look on his face. Like, why aren't you with your truck? Why didn't you call? And I was like, I'm done with that truck. He's like, no, get in the truck. Where is it? I said, it's down there at the four-way. This line. Now there's a line to the four-way. People, they couldn't get past. They're trying to.
Yeah.
So he pulls up and we finally get back. He had his utility truck, and we pull around to the back side. And we off to the side of the road, and he looks at it for a minute. And he said, "Pop the hood." And so he pops the hood and he looks at it. And goes, "Oh, your distributor cap fell off."
Yep.
And then he took some zip ties, strapped it on real quick, and it fired right up. He goes, "There you go." He said, "Bring it to the house."
I remember how that started.
Yeah,
too.
and then when I looked at it, one of the distributor bolts, it's got two, and one was already broken. It looked like the other one couldn't hold it on.
You remember what happened? It was when you first bought that. Remember we got all this stuff from Folk, and it was like that wire covering.
Oh,
that
yeah.
conduit,
Yeah.
And you wanted red conduit over your spark plug wires. So remember we were pulling them all off and putting the conduit over it to make it look like it made it look like you had racing spark plugs on it back then.
I guess so. I kind of remember that. I remember
That's how that started because we went to go to try to pull that distributor cap off so we could leave them all on at once. And that's when that happened.
Oh, dude, I don't even remember that.
I remember dumb shit.
Dude,
I promise you, I remember.
I'm the same way. I remember the dumbest of things to some things. I just,
Like the time you said you don't remember us up Matt and Gina's. We're both doing donuts in the yard up past the pond.
Yeah.
You swore you didn't remember that. All I remember is Gina yelling, "Get the fuck out of the yard!"
Maybe not the F bar, but she definitely. Oh, I remember. Oh, I can tell you stories about that other truck. We was up there.
That S10.
Oh, that S10 was a great one. The best one in that truck.
That S10 got you in trouble.
Was the best one I think is when Cody was in the passenger seat. I was in the middle. You were driving. We just left school. We was gonna do the senior year prank. And we had
the water balloons.
Mustard and
No.
water balloons.
It was
just
water
water
balloons.
balloons.
They were just water
I'm trying to
balloons.
fill them up with something.
Yeah, the fucking.
Oh yeah, we tried.
We were juniors. We were juniors,
yeah.
and the senior said, we need water balloons. So we're gonna hammer everyone walking out of school this day. I parked way out, thinking I'd be inconspicuous, and the school police officer was back there, Ralph, and he noticed it. So as soon as we got the vote bus, he's standing by my truck.
Yeah, he's like, you can't go.
Yeah.
So we're getting his truck. We didn't make it 2 miles from the school.
We were at the four-way of 46.
Yeah, it wasn't even a mile. And here's Cody, and we're going down the road. He's just like, whoop, no warning, no nothing. I'm just sitting there, all of a sudden I see a water balloon go across the windshield. And I'm following, smacks right in front of this dude's like right on the windshield.
It was on his windshield.
Yeah. And I'm just like, go. So we take
There's a
off.
fucking U
Dude,
right behind us.
yes, a U-turn, and this guy's chasing us down. It's 3 kids and a freaking S10 4-cylinder, automatic. We're bust-assing down Route 1. Then we end up turning down.
We go down
River.
Old One.
Yeah, Old One.
But the problem
Dude,
is, there's a
following.
fucking state cop in front of Bischoff Engines,
Uh-huh.
and that dude pulls off behind the
Oh,
fucking sheriff.
yeah.
And we were panicking.
Dude, we were like, oh my god, did we hide the truck behind your house?
Yeah, we hit the truck behind the house.
Oh yeah,
and
we were
everything.
snatching the marble and
Yeah,
trying to get rid of them.
them.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
That was a good story. I feel like that guy caught us though, or something. I don't
No,
know.
he never
That time.
caught us.
No, I just feel like some reason we heard something about it like the next day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. Because Ralph
Ralph
snitched.
said something, yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, that wasn't you kids.
Damn it, Ralph!
Yeah, Ralph snitching. You're a cop. He's a good. I'm sure he's a
We
good
do
cop.
support the police.
Oh yeah,
by the way.
definitely
Yeah.
do. We do. But you know,
We support
you
the
guys,
police.
you know mechanics. I don't know, we're just talking. Dude, that
That's
was
another story I can
Oh,
tell
yeah.
about the police.
Dude, I got a lot of stories of all these good ones. I
Yeah, we got
fucked up, but you
Yeah.
know, they're just doing a job. But
That's
dude,
right.
man, I had a couple though. They fucked me up. Good times.
How did we get to the S10 one? Dude, we got way.
Memories of trucks.
Yeah, I know this shit's like popping up in the
Dude,
mind.
it's
Now we're
like,
way
dude,
off topic. It has
I feel
nothing
like-
to do with mechanics.
No, we're just talking about truck stories.
I hope someone's laughing about that.
I'm sure someone has to be.
I hope the person of that
This is
vehicle
mechanical
is
laughing.
hearing this right now, and
Yeah.
they're gonna say, "That's who did it."
Oh, dude, we get an email.
Wait a minute, what is
There's
it?
a lawsuit.
2011? It's been 12 years.
Oh, we're good.
If they heard this 12 years later, I hope they are laughing.
I hope so, but they're past the legal limit for they could do shit.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, thank you. Not that we know anything about lawsuits. There's a couple stories we can't say. I don't want to talk about the bank robbery. What? Susan.
Susan, what?
Yeah, that was a great truck.
Burnouts at parking lots?
Dude, that was a great time. Dude, tell the story when you cried when you got pulled over with your daddy's truck.
I did not cry.
Yeah, the hell you did.
Dude, I was panicking. Okay, they don't know this story yet.
Well,
Dad don't know
this is a
about
great
this.
story.
Yeah,
Your dad doesn't?
Dad don't know about this
I
yet.
thought you got. Oh, he gave you. Did he?
No, Mom or Dad don't know
I
about
thought
this.
I
No
thought
one
the boy
snitched
gave you a
me.
ticket.
No, I got a warning.
Oh shit.
Okay, so no.
And let me tell you.
We are way off topic. Anyway, the three, me, him, and Anthony, and then we went with former friends of mine, Kyle and Nikki. Anyway, we all went to the movies one night. I took Dad's truck. Dad said I could use it. He had a white '97 F350. Anyway.
Four-wheel drive.
Yeah, beautiful truck.
It is white, pretty.
Anyway, we're leaving the movies. We're all gonna go get something to eat somewhere. I don't remember where, but at the stoplight, Kyle stopped in his '97 F350. His had stacks on it. It was cool.
Yeah.
I go flying by him. I didn't know at the time, but there was a cop on the other side of Kyle. And I go over. I'm changing lanes, not using my turn signal. Next thing you know, I see this cop flap on my ass, flips off, and
Yep.
cherries and berries.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we get pulled over in McDonald's parking lot on 50, and
Mm-hmm.
comes up to the window. He's like, "You know why I stopped you?" And I was like, I was shaking. It's the first time I've been pulled over.
Yeah.
17 years old, just got pulled over.
Yeah, we're still juniors, I think.
No, we were sophomores.
Sophomores?
Yeah, Anthony.
Oh, okay.
Was Anthony in our grade?
No.
Anyway, fuck it. Anywho, cop walks up. I'm shaking, and he's like, why'd you get, why I stopped you? And I was like, no. And he's like, you just didn't use your turn signal back there. Can I see your license? Goes back to the car. Kyle and Nikki go flying by, honking their horn.
Yeah.
Comes back. He's like, I'm just gonna give you a verbal warning on this. Just make sure you use that turn signal. Dude, I thought for sure I was getting a ticket, and I was gonna have to explain to my parents and shit. And
Emotions start working up, and then you start.
Yeah, what's going
My
on?
dad's gonna kill me. Please don't give me a ticket.
I was not crying.
I remember Chuck.
I might be a little choked up.
So you were choking hard.
right now.
You're choking pretty hard. He gave you a warning.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to his cop car with him for a minute?
No.
Just joking.
That's a different one.
Yeah, that's a different story. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Back to cars. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll tell you one today.
So,
Talk about vehicles and stuff going south. Is that one all right? It's just
whatever, man. That topic is done. So
Dude, I know we're so off topic. I'm trying to veer us back.
Yeah, we're not going to go back
No.
at this point.
All right.
No more high school stories though.
What?
At
On
least
this video?
no high school stories not involving working on cars.
Oh, dude, that's.
You can talk about the trades you made that were terrible.
Fine.
S10.
That's 10.
Mazda. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
so I was working
Mazda.
on a 1999 Lincoln Continental. Had airbags on it. That threw me off because I jacked it up and I heard.
Oh yeah, you didn't hit the cancel switch in the trunk.
Nah, I didn't give a shit. Whatever. I jacked her up.
Mr. Business.
Yeah, real quick. So I was like, dude, I'm busting this thing out. Brakes, rotors, all the way around. Get to the very back, the last one, back passenger side. The the brake caliper bracket and the slide pins completely rusted. Both of them. Not like I've never ever seen them this bad ever. Like they were bad.
Like they're not budging bad.
No, like I put anti-seize down them, heated them up. I W40 all that stuff, and then anti-seize, heating and torching it, just trying to get. Thinking maybe if I can just get it out, I can save the bracket. Nope. So I had to call the owners up. Hey,
buddy.
How much more money you got? And luckily, it only cost them $32 or something.
It's nice when you have. We talked about this last time, but good customers, You
can tell they weren't too happy. So I'll tell you this.
That's a whole lot, not your problem.
This is why they were not happy with me. Is because wife calls and says we need pads put on our car. And I said, okay, so I quoted her to put pads on this car. She'd supply the pads, I'll put them on. I only charge for the labor. I get the car, pop the trunk, there's rotors in the back. So I call the owners and I say, hey, I noticed there's rotors in the back of this. Do you want me to put rotors on too? Because that's not what I quoted. And I'm a charge up front company. You pay me before I start to work. Like, when you drop the car off, I get paid. And I'm cheaper, but I'm getting paid. So I said, well, I just want to let you know, you kind of got to pay me before I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. But that's the thing. They dropped the car off. She didn't leave the money in the car. So I'm not even paid yet. So I told her, I was kind of like, well, she put her husband on the phone. And I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know this is what's up. And I quoted this much for pads. I didn't quote her for the rotors. He goes, well, how much more is it? And I said, well, it's another $100 and whatever dollars. He goes, what? How does it more than triple? I was like, dude, I have to take a bracket off. There's a little bit more into it than just.
Yeah.
Like you gotta clean stuff. You can't just. I mean, you could, but I'm not that mechanic. I clean and I do a good job. I take my time. I'm never in a hurry. I do my job.
When they start bitching like that, they get what they paid for at that point.
Yeah. Well, I'd always do.
If they want to pay me $40 to put on a set of fucking pads and rotors, they're gonna get $40 worth of work and not a penny more.
I won't even do the jobs. I mean, I guess maybe I've been there.
You know how you normally put caliper grease on the slide pins?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck them. I'll put red Loctite on then. You get $40. No, I'm just
totally a joke. Yeah, green Loctite. Fuck the red.
Yeah.
Hey, this thing
never
never
slide. You ever see the oil filter meme on Facebook?
Oh, dude, that's
the red Loctite oil filter.
That is so horrible.
The impact.
When the ex-wife comes in for an oil change, says she took half the house.
Well, you can get half a motor.
Yeah. Good luck getting the next oil change. Dude, that'd be horrible.
Okay, back to the story.
Yeah, so I tell dude, and he's like, all right. And I was like, well, I'll go ahead and do it. I'll go ahead and start on it, but I need to get money. So oh, no. I said, you can come down. He said, I'll just come down, I'll pay you. I'll go get the cash. I said, no, it's fine. Just pay me when you pick the car up. He's like, all right, that sounds good. I was like, all right. So I'm halfway in. No, I just got the front tire off, got the car up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm just now buttoning up the first front caliper rotor, and the door opens. This big dude, tatted up, walks in. I've never met the owners, and there's a lot of my customers, I never even meet them because I always have them just drive the car off. And so anyway, so I was like, hey, how can I help you? Dude doesn't say a word. So now he's walking towards me, so I stand up quick because I don't know this guy. So I was like, hey man, what's up? Like, how can I help you? Didn't say a word, so I sidestep, like 2 steps over, like, cause he's like coming at me, but he's kind of glancing, like going like this, like he had a curious look on his face. Not that I'm gonna hurt you face, but I don't know who this guy is.
You don't just walk into a shop like that.
So I'm sidestepping, just trying to figure out like what's going on, and then I'm walking behind him now. I kind of like sidestepped over, got behind him at this point, and he's like, oh, that's my car. And I was like, oh, dude, like, that was a close call. And I didn't mean to say it, but he goes, what was it? I was like, dude, that was a close call. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, oh, no, I was not in the right mind. Dude, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
Like, dude, but I'm telling you, he took 20 feet into my garage before he said a word.
You don't do that.
It's just like, hey, man, like, I know I'm running a business here, but it says on the thing, like, appointment only. Like, I don't have customers come inside my shop unless I know they're on the way. And
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who this tatted up dude is, which I love tattoos. I'm getting a freaking sleeve done. But he look intimidating as shit. I'm just a little dude. Last thing I need to do is get him beaten in my own shop. With my own tools getting beat by a freaking Snap-on crowbar. So anyway, so he started asking questions and I feel like he was wanting to make sure I was doing a good job. So I showed him like, he didn't really ask, but the way he was kind of acting, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I was like, hey man, that's the rag I use to wipe your pins off, and hey, there's the wire brush I use to clean the brake caliper brackets, and hey, there's the rag I use, I wiped off the rotor. I'm like naming all this, like all the stuff I do and did. There's the anti-seize I used on the rotor, so there's a stick on the hub.
Performance modification.
Yeah, on the it's rotor. Like all the things you should do. It's like, and I had proof I did it. I just met the guy. He only had to say 2 words. That's my car. And that's all he says. He's kind of looking at the car, so I start rambling. I don't know what he wants, so I'm just telling him what I've done to his car. Like, you're getting what you paid for. I'm cheap, but I'm doing a good job, and I have no overhead. What you pay for. I'm making more money than I would if I worked for anyone else. I'm making a hell of a lot more money. Yeah, but it's still. But it's just like, yeah, I'm cheap, but you're not getting cheap quality. I'm doing a good job. That's what I was trying to prove. So anyway, so he leaves. I have him call him an hour later going, hey, man. Hey. And I hear his wife in the background going, we ain't giving him no more money. So I kind of told him, I was like, look, man, like I'll go ahead and go get the bracket, but you're going to have to pay for the bracket and the new pins. But he goes, well, how much is it going to cost you to put that on? I said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. And I did. It wasn't that bad. Shit, time I got, I lubed it up.
I was going to say, at that point.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not trying to nickel dime my customers, but at the same time, it's like, I know it sounds expensive, but I got bills.
Exactly. Yeah. Holy crap. Almost at an hour.
What? That's so great.
Oh, okay. You want to start doing some Facebook questions?
Oh, yeah, dude. Let's do the Audi one. Please. Do the Audi one.
Okay. Let me pull it up here.
I forgot.
I got to get on.
We should have Googled it and see what we were supposed to say.
Why don't you do that real quick? Get on your phone. Let's Google
that. No.
Give it a Google. It's worth a Google.
No, we'll tell them some crazy stuff.
I bet no one listening can name the movie that line was from. Give it a Google. It's worth a Google.
Oh, a Google? Yeah. The movie Google?
No.
I don't know.
Is there a movie Google?
Yeah. I think it's called Google.
Oh, bullshit.
No, there it is. Google it.
I'll believe you. Okay, for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, it was called The Campaign, and Will Ferrell was in it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good movie, I thought.
Anyways, what was he wanting to do? Low filter on an Audi A4?
Okay, our follower Steve commented saying, I have an Audi A6 and I need to change the oil, but I can't get a wrench to fit from the top. It's an internal oil filter. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I remember this question now.
Yeah.
You know what,
Steve? You know what?
On the top of my head, I got a good idea.
What's that?
This is what you do. You take your wrench, cut it in half right there at make it a crow's foot, then pull it up.
Jesus.
Yes. You weld it up and then bend it over again, weld that up, maybe you'll be able to work it. But
you know what? I've done this before. You got to use the socket.
Yeah.
And then you got to take a wobble to it, put a wobble on it.
Yeah, wobbles.
And then a short 1-inch extension, and then another wobble.
Yeah, a wobble
and then another
again.
extension.
That makes 2 wobbles at this point.
And then put a third wobble on it.
That's 3.
And then you got to crack a beer, open a beer.
Yeah. Don't forget the beer. Don't forget the beer.
And then after the beer, you got to put another wobble on it. Yeah. And then a half-inch impact, and then you're just like.
I was thinking a 1-inch impact. Just go for it. But, dude.
Have you ever used one of them?
No,
on a real note.
No, I feel like I have. Once.
Dude, them things are freaking.
I know. I braced it on my hip and my thigh.
My wife's texting me. I guess we're
taking too long. Texting me. I looked down. You texted me. Yeah. Stop drinking so much. No, I'm just joking. He didn't.
I would never say that.
I know you never. Do
Steve, though, on a real note,
YouTube it.
I really don't know.
I don't know.
I've never worked on an Audi.
Yeah, when you pay me, I'll tell you.
That's kind of a dick move, sir.
Yeah.
But it's true.
It's so true, though.
Okay, Jesse. Should we rattle off last names on here?
Nah.
No, just Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse.
Jesse, he says, I want to hear about the nasties. We're going to save that for another night. You know,
What?
that's
No,
that's
he
a whole
asked for it
story.
tonight. How called?
He has two. Let's save that one for the next
Which
one.
one is it?
Well, which one? You want to do that one or
I want to
that
hear
one?
about the one in the creek.
One in the creek.
Wait, I didn't see these.
Oh, no, ignore him. We already did that.
And oh, dude, that was a good one too.
Which one you want to do?
Dude, both of them were.
Let's do one tonight. We'll do
Nastiest
one
car. Let's do nastiest cars. That's a quick story.
Lead it off.
You sure?
Yeah, I got
Nastiest thing I've ever. It was a 2003, 2004. It's one of my first big trucks I worked on when I got my company going. It was a 2004 Chevy 2500 Duramax. Dude calls me up and said he needs a pivot arm, a steering arm, all this.
What color was this truck?
White. 4-door. He drops the truck off with the parts because he can't get it off. I said, no worries, I can try and get it. So he paid up front, like, I don't know how much. And
$5,000.
It was like a few hundred.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I was doing a few things. And so anyways, I tore into it. I'm getting it done. Got it all back together. I call him up. I'm like, hey man, truck's done. I'm all excited. Like everything's great. I beat my, I did it quickly, but it was good.
You did good work.
Yeah, I just did it good. Everything went smoothly. No problems. Everything came off decently well. So I call him up. And he goes, hey man, do you have any time to look at my brakes? Like something's weird with it. I don't know what it's been doing it for a while. I go, what's it doing? He goes, it's just acting weird. I was like, all right, well, at this time, I already had the front wheels and tires off to work with the front suspension, the job I was doing. And so I said, well, like, is it brakes? Is it wheel bearings? Like, what do you think? Like, give me an idea. Like, what is it you're hearing? He goes, it's just kind of like it's just like this whole front truck shakes.
Yeah.
And I think
Sounds
I might
like a warped rotor.
dude, yes, but dude, you don't even know. So
I want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. So I'm like, well, hold on. Your truck's still up in the air. I'll look at it real quick. Now, when you're paying me to do a job, I don't look at anything else. This dude's truck, you can see the cooling cooling ports in the rotor. That's how bad. There's no freaking backside to this rotor. It was cooling ports.
Oh God.
That's what it was.
It's one of those where you just kept
and I was just like, dude, like your case caliper was seized. It was all jacked. So, anyways, that was the truck I was working on. That's what I was doing. But what was nasty about it? His entire back seat, there was no opening the doors. It was filthy. There was cigarette butts everywhere. On the dash, on the stuff in the actual cigarette holder, completely just engulfing full. You couldn't. I don't even know how it was that full. I did not. It looked like a globe halfway shoved in a.
Oh God.
Dude, it was bad. Trash, food everywhere. Passenger seat, middle seat, passenger seat, completely full. Just trash. It was just nothing but trash. The freaking glove compartment and the door, cigarette butts. This truck was trashed. It ran good though. It did run good. I took it for a little ride. Just to test
that's the worst one.
That's the worst one. Nasty. I mean, I got a few other ones I've seen, but that was the worst. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
So I'll give you a little background. I've worked at Rush Truck Center. It's a semi-international dealership.
Oh, dude, yes.
Believe it or not, the semis I worked on were cleaner than this one. My worst one is back when I worked at a Ford dealership. It was in Indiana. I'm not going to tell you where. But there's a local...
Unless they pay us.
Local government, county government. It was their health department. They had a Ford Explorer. What? This will give it away. The people who've worked with me in the past, this will give it away.
Yeah.
Dude, I shit you not. This health department vehicle is the nastiest vehicle I've ever worked on.
What?
So
what was in it? What was nasty about it?
It was just, okay, for starters, a cigarette ash everywhere.
Yeah.
There's moldy bananas, moldy fries, there's bread everywhere. Dude, this thing is full of moldy food.
Gee.
And, it wasn't just one time. This food never moved over a 2-year time I was there. Never. This dude would not clean it out. And I also heard, I can't prove this, I don't know if it's true. One of my coworkers down there, I'll call him back, ran into him at a football game or something,
Yeah.
And the dude was complaining and saying how the bathrooms were nasty, and he was like, dude, you should really look in your car.
Oh, man.
Dude,
That's
this
good.
health department was that bad.
Jeez. Well, that's a good wrap for tonight, don't you think?
Hold on. Sorry, my dad's texting me.
Oh.
I gotta take care of him. No. Oh, we got one more question on here.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, wait.
That was Jesse's question about the nasty cars. Jesse, we will answer your other question on the next podcast.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a great one.
Actually, we might make that our next main topic.
Which one was it again?
The pissed off customer.
Yes. I don't really have that many, though.
Jesse had a question for us.
5v
I wasn't trying to give it away.
Mm.
I'm gonna edit this out.
The white ones.
Yeah, she wants to know. Anyway, she wants to know the worst / dumbest coworkers you've had to work next to.
Oh.
You want to go on this one?
Right now?
Yeah.
Or
Or do you want me to go?
I had a friend a while back. While
Do I know this friend?
I'm not saying nothing.
Do I know this friend?
You might meet him one day. I want to say it was not you. And I knew he needed some money. And I always call my friends. You know, if I need help, I'll call.
Yeah.
I have a large group of friends I'll call. And so I said, hey, do you want to make $100? Come down here and help me do these brakes. So they came down and did these brakes.
I kind of feel like I know where this is going.
They fucked up.
How?
Well, for beginners, one side of the emergency brake was upside down. They were not adjusted at all. My bad for not checking it. I accept I should have checked. But it wasn't our first rodeo. He's done good work. Just this time he fucked up.
You know,
That's
fuck
probably
up,
the worst.
Ron.
Yeah, he fucked up, Ron. But yeah, I got that phone call the next morning from the customer. The truck wouldn't hold itself up on the hill. Yeah,
that's been the worst / dumbest coworker you've had.
Yeah, like I said, not that bad. Mechanic life circle, which I've never had any employees, and I never actually worked for a mechanic shop. Well, I have, but it wasn't legal. It was just kind of like I'm just being a friend helping. But that was the worst. Nah, you don't have to think about it. That same person fucked up on another job. Whoops.
Way to go.
Now to think about it, maybe I shouldn't hire him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
if
it's a track record there.
I didn't think about it. It was like a year difference before that. Like I said, this happened months and months ago. But man, yeah, I should probably not bring them back. All right, go ahead.
You know,
when I put my red 1-ton up there
no.
to get tires.
You took your red 1-ton to get tires.
So listen. This truck has a cracked frame. Fuel tank hanging out the back, holding up with a strap.
I got $100. I'll buy a truck right now.
No. I think a couple parts off maybe. So quick story. I know I had to buy like a laundry list of things, food, groceries, and I wanted to get some clothes. I knew I was gonna be there a while. And it was almost winter. It was last year. And I was like, I need to get tires. I need 2 new steer tires.
Yeah.
Like you said. But I had 2 really bad tires on the back already in the inner. No, they're not that bad. But they're like decently well. But I was like, hey, I want 2 new steer tires and take the 2 on the front, put them in the inner back. It's like, all right, cool. So they did that and they rotated them all the way I needed them done. So the nice rims, the Alcoa rims.
Yeah, the Alcoas.
So they did like 2 rims, they popped off and swapped tires around and then gave me 2 new ones. So
damn, microphone's getting in the way.
So they said I'll be about an hour. I said okay. So I'm doing my thing. I come back and I say, hey, how's it going? They're on like rim 2.
How long?
I was there for an hour. They pulled it in, worked on it for an hour. I came back an hour later. They're just now getting on the second rim. And I'm looking at dude in the back and I see him cranking this motherfucker down. He's kind of looking at it like something's not right. So I tell the dude at the counter, I was like, hey man, make sure they know there's alignment pins for them rims on that fucking axle. And then dude looked me in the eye and said, don't worry, that guy's been doing this stuff for 20 some years. He knows what he's doing. He's the best one we got. And I said, all right man, but it looks like he's having trouble, but I just wanted to make sure because I literally, that morning, I put those alignment pins in all the way around. So and new studs.
You see, I'm lazy.
No, and new studs. I'm gonna try to make the story quick.
Yeah.
I leave. 2 hours later, I come back. They're still messing with my truck. I see a dude messing around in a drawer with studs. So I said, hey, man, what's going on? Like, this 2.5 hours in, like, what's up? Oh, dude, everything's good. Everything's going good. Everything's going good. And then I'm like, all right, well, that dude on the back, now there's 3 guys on my truck. 3. And I see the dude in the back, he keeps pulling the rim off and like going like this. He's pulling, and he'd hammer him down, and he'd like look at it, and he'd pull it back, like he'd undo it, pull it back off, move it again, put it back on. And I said, hey man, are you sure you told them? I'm staring out the window, I'm looking back at the service guy like, hey man, are you sure you told them about the wheel studs? Because it don't look like, I think dude's had a problem. Dude, everything's fine, your truck's fine, they're just getting a little slow today. Just being a little slow. I was like, dude, something's wrong. Go out there and make sure they know they're studs that need to be lined up, alignment pins. He's like, no, it's fine. I was like, all right, well, I'll be back. So I'm completely done shopping. But I go taking a lap. I'm dicking around. 4 hours later, I come back. There's 6 people around my truck. I kid you not. My buddy Andrew was with me, and I was like, clearly there's a problem. And then there's 5 guys and 1 woman. And I go out, finally I go out the door and I say, hey, what's going on? And we're fine. We accidentally stripped out one of your studs. But we're seeing if we can find another stud. And I said, well, how'd you strip it out? I said, them are brand new lug nuts and studs. I just put them on. Well, something went wrong. I guess they just stripped out. Maybe they're bad quality. I said, no, I got them from Ford. I was like, what is going on?
That Ford part is
what
quality.
is going on? And so I'm now at this point, I'm next to the truck, and I'm looking at the front tire, and I just noticed, like, I'm looking at it, and you see the lug nuts, the stud's not sticking out from the lug nut as far as it should be. And then over here would be this far in, over on the other side would be that far in.
They put it on the fucking alignment pins.
They put it right on the alignment pin. I said, hey, come here. And I didn't even get to the other side of the truck. That's me just walking up. I said, hey, I know you guys are back here focused on this, but this is a problem. I said, there's supposed to be, do you see that hole right there? There's supposed to be a alignment pin right there. And oh. I was like, yeah. So I said, what's going on with this one? So I go back there. Oh, don't worry, we got it figured out. And he's jamming it on there. And I said, what's going on? Same exact thing. So I said, guys, stop. And I had my daughter with me. She's on my, I have her in my arm. I said, both of you, all of you, get away from my truck. All of you. And the manager's like, no, we're not done yet. I said, I don't care if you're done or not. Get away from my truck right now. Get off my truck, drop the jacks, get away from it, get it out of it. Like, I'm getting in my truck, I'm pulling it out. Well, you can't pull it out of our bay for insurance reasons. I said, that's fine. Everyone get off, and I'm not trying to scare my daughter. This time she's 4, but she knows she's good. But I was just like, you were
done with the situation.
I was lit, but I was being calm. I wasn't cussing, but I was being firm. I said, get off my truck, back it out of this bay, and then stop. And I'm going to go pay the guy, I'll be back. I go back, pay the guy. At this time, my truck's going down the street. So I'm like, ooh, I'm fuming. So I go out the door, out through their bay, which I'm not supposed to be, out the back door. I hear dude just jamming here, whoop-cha, just turbo going, screaming, just like Io, like how I beat it. But this dude, he's driving like I drive it. And I was going to kill him. I was going to kill him. I drive a man's truck like that. I said, that'd be like me grabbing his wife. You don't do that. And then he came back and it was bad. It got really bad at this point. At this point, my daughter's inside with Andrew, which is like right on that side of the window, and I'm
lighting them up.
I didn't want the cops to show up because I'm a single dad, and that's the last thing I need to mess with. Yeah, but I was being very, very firm. And I got my daughter back out. We got in the truck, and I left. And I didn't make it to 50. And I look in my side mirror, and my tires were going like this.
Oh God!
They still fucked up. Oh, dude, I was fuming. So I took it back, and I told him, I don't want you to touch it. I want to teach you. At this point, I'm calm. My rims were jacked up. Like they damaged my rims, damaged my studs. But I went back calm. My daughter wasn't with me. I said, look, I want you guys all to be out here. I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to teach you. And the manager was like, no. I said, look, either you let me teach them or you're going to pay for all these rims, and these are Cohees. And
I'll
they're
call
not,
it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I said, and new pants and new studs, it's not going to be cheap, and you guys aren't going to be doing it. And I said, I highly suggest, just bring them over here 5-10 minutes. I'm going to teach them real quick. I'm going to be nice, respectful. I'm going to show them. 2 mechanics came over. The other ones refused to come over. So 2 mechanics came over. One had nothing to do with my truck. He just showed up. And
He was trying to be respectful or something like
yeah, and I showed them, these are alignment pants, da-da-da-da-da. And this guy who just showed up, he knew all what they fucked up. And I took pictures, and she took pictures like, well, send us a bill. I was like, I'm not going to send you a bill. I just want to teach you. I don't want your money. I got that. I mean, I'm not rich, but
Can I borrow 50 bucks?
yeah. Here's the door, buddy. Later. Hey, dude, we gotta wrap this up. Don't let
Yeah,
us
we
say
gotta
another
wrap this up,
conversation.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is way longer than I thought.
Yeah, we
it'd be.
went. Yeah,
Jesus.
we were trying to shoot for about an hour. Now we're going into an
Yeah,
hour
45
and a
minutes
half.
at an hour. Oh, sorry, guys. Hey,
Well, use
let-
listening. Do us a favor. Leave us a like. Give us a share.
yeah,
you know.
please.
Let us know what you want us to talk about. Ask
Yeah.
us questions. Ask us anything you want.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I'm curious on the time because I know some people are listening to this on Podbeam. They get to put the headphones in and they're doing a job and they're working. Do you guys appreciate it being this long, or would you rather keep it short and sweet?
Yeah. Do you want some more like a 30-minute? You want an hour, hour and a half? You
Yeah.
want 4 days? I mean.
Yeah, dude, we'll talk for hours.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
got
we
some
could do this.
Yeah, I
tonight.
can non-stop go. I'll just go get more beer.
Also, we know we were talking a little bit about bringing the third person in, rotating them out every week. Someone
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
Something to keep the conversation fresh. Something to get that
Yeah.
other person's view.
Even though we're still rolling in, like we're just
you
getting
guys,
started.
you know, let us know. You want us to hear? You want us to start doing that sooner? You want us to wait a couple more episodes? What do you guys want?
Yeah.
We need to hear from y'all.
Me personally, I think maybe a few more episodes so you can get to know us a little more of our history, and then before we bring in a third party.
But then again, you know,
But yeah, dude, if you guys want to see some, if you don't think we're funny enough, if I'm not good enough for you,
if we ain't good enough, we see how it is.
Yeah.
We're doing this to try to entertain y'all.
yeah, I'll take my.
I got a little way too hood there.
Dude, we're all free and wild.
Okay.
We're mechanics. We're wild.
But yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Love it. I'm having a good time. If you guys don't watch it, I hope you
Yeah,
guys do.
I was gonna say at least
Please
we're
watch
having a
it,
good
please.
time. Yeah, at least we're having fun.
Yeah, I'm having a
Who
good time.
cares?
I don't care. In 6 years, we watching this, laughing about it. Like, hey, remember that time we started
You remember the time we did 3 podcast episodes and quit?
Yeah. Because no one would listen to it.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys later.
See yous.
Yeah, to do.